Preah Temple, which sits on a high cliff near Thai border, has been the center of confrontation between Cambodia and Thailand for years. This day, quiet and tourists have returned to the temple. John Burgess, a former Washington Post reporter who has written a book about the temple and the conflicts over it, revisited the site recently to learn where things now stand.
We're standing at a place where tourists from Thailand used to enter.
In an interview at the temple with VOA Khmer, Burgess said both governments may find it difficult to create lasting peace near the temple because it has emotionally significance to both Thai and Cambodian groups. Erected on the cliff of Dong Rak Mountains, the 11th century Vihear Temple was once located at the center of Khmer Empire.
Well, in the last 15 minutes, Preah Vihear has truly turned into temple in the clouds. A storm system has moved in and completely enveloped the mountaintop, and it's been raining off and on. Now, this temple is really very unusual among Khmer temples. It's on top of a large natural mountain. It was built by several kings. It's laid out north to south and in a long linear design rather than a square design.
The temple was originally dedicated to Shiva, the Hindu god. According to Burgess, Cambodian ancestors shaped the natural occurring stone of the mountains to build the temple, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Now, when this temple was built, starting about 1,000 years ago, it was deep inside the Khmer Empire. In subsequent centuries, borders changed, and it came to find itself right on the border between two countries that did not trust each other very much, Thailand and Cambodia. And the temple was given to Cambodia in 1962, but the issue goes on. There is now dispute over ownership of the land around the temple.
The International Court of Justice in 1962 determined the temple itself sat on Cambodian soil, but a dispute of ownership of the land surrounding the temple followed, culminating a protracted military standoff between Cambodia and Thailand in 2008. In 2013, the International Court determined that Cambodia retained sovereignty over the entire promontory on which the temple sits, and Thailand withdrew its troops. Preah Vihear has again become a popular tourist destination. For visitors like Haim Superior, a member of Interfaith Cooperation Forum who took a tour group to the temple recently, the renewed peace and quiet at the temple was good things.
For my own suggestion, I would like both governments to consider both people's interests before deciding to do anything. Any action would not bother the government, but people would not sleep to hear the explosions, and how could they feed their children and wives?
Burgess said two governments should work together to ease nationalism that has led to conflicts in the past.
It's not really something that governments can do just by negotiating an agreement, because there are very strong emotions in the populations of both countries. Some people have suggested joint history textbooks the way Germany and France have adopted textbooks that are now taught in their schools, and so that French and German children learn basically the same history.
Burgess said other suggest a more chain of students and cross-border travel so that over time Cambodians and Thailanders come to recognize how much they share of heritage as opposed to how much they separate them. From Preah Temple, I am Noanaran, VOA News.